Today's lesson on Chapter 3, Lesson 7 is divide decimals by whole numbers. The essential question that we've been asking the entire Chapter 3 has been, how can estimating be helpful? We've noticed that it is helpful when adding and subtracting decimals. It can be helpful when multiplying decimals to get you a rough idea, right? In adding and subtracting decimals, it gives you an idea of what the end answer should look like. In using it as a product, it can give you somewhat of an idea of what a multiplying, what the product looks like, right? But if the numbers are too small, remember we talked about that too. If the numbers are too small, they round to 0, and 0 times 0 is useless. So there are times when it can be helpful and also times when it cannot. All right. This lesson essential question is, how can estimating quotients help you to place the decimal correctly? Hopefully by the end of this chapter, or not chapter, but at the end of this lesson, we'll be able to answer that with some type of certainty. Okay. And again, it is relating back to how can estimating be helpful. When you divide a decimal by a one-digit number, all right, when dividing a decimal by a whole number, divide as with the whole numbers, then place the decimal in the quotient directly above its place in the dividend. Directly above its place in the dividend. Place the decimal directly above its place in the dividend, right? I'll underline the whole thing because we're talking about the quotient. Quotient is what? It is an answer to a division problem, okay? All right, so the first example that they got here, and the only example that they got here, is they've taken, find 6.8 and divided by 2. They do an estimate here by just rounding 6.8 to 6 because 6 is compatible with 2, and you know that 6 divided by 2 equals 3. And they're asking that you have 6.8 and 6.8 twice, right? That's what they're asking for here. Not 6.8 twice, but what is 6.8 divided in half, right? And even before doing the math, I mean, I can easily divide 6.8 into half, right? By 2. All right, over here they show the work. Right here they show the work. All right, 6 ones divided by 2 is 3 ones. Okay, they're just talking about the place when they say ones. And you got 8/10 divided by 2 is 4/10. Okay, which is where they got this answer from. All right, this is compared to the estimate. The quotient is reasonable. I have a better way of doing it. I check. Right, we take 3.4. We take the quotient and multiply it by the divisor. And when you do it properly, and as long as you do the math properly, you should come up with 6.8. Okay, that's how we check things. All right, when it's not done, right? If our work does not check, we need to go back and figure out exactly what we did. Okay, which really takes away the estimate, which is the reason why I don't like to use estimate. I think that's just a little too much. You know, maybe if I was on the fly, I would probably use an estimate. But since I have a pen and paper, I would easily check my work. All right, but what they're trying to do with this estimate is so that you don't even have to use pen and paper. That's what the whole point of estimate is about. Okay, we'll go down here and work on these. All right, I'll extend my page a little bit, get this looking nice. All right, so we take 7.5 and divide it by 3. So that is, when written correctly, we take 3 divided by 7.5. It is one number. We're dividing with one number. Since we're dividing with a single-digit number, I didn't mean to say one number, I meant to say single-digit number. I'm not going to go ahead and write my multiplications for 3 out. Okay, I'm not even going to bother with that. I should be able to do that pretty much in my head, right? And we know that there's 2 3s make a 6. All right. Subtract as normal. Bring down the 5. Put the decimal up. 3 divided into 15 goes 7 times, right, for 14. Remainder of 1. All right, we bring down to 0. We do no more remainders this time. Remember the last lesson we did remainders? There's no more remainders. Once you start dividing into decimals, the remainders go away. So it was kind of irrelevant to teach that last time without doing remainders, but I did anyway. 3 goes into 10 how many times? Let me see. Whoops, I made a mistake. I made a mistake. I thought we were multiplying by, I'm sorry guys. Gee whiz, I lost my mind. Totally lost my mind. I thought we were dividing by 2 for some reason. 3 goes into 15. Oh my gosh. 5 times, right? For 15. Gee whiz, did that wrong. I apologize all about that. Okay, and then our answer is 2.5. Do a quick check. 2.5 times 3. 5 carry the 1. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. Right, got to give our wubbas, because we're multiplying by decimals. We got to give our answer wubbas, or a decimal point. All right, I call it wubbas to just try to get you to remember to place the decimal point. Right, that check works out beautifully. Okay, moving on to B. All right, we have 3.5 divided by 7. We set up our division problem. This one works out kind of nice. I suggest that you instantly add your decimal, something I didn't do in the last problem. Okay, just go ahead and place the decimal. Just bring it straight up from where it is. All right, and everything will work out from there. 7 does not divide into 3, so you can put the 0. All right, but 7 does divide into 35, and it goes how many times? 35 times. For a beautiful number is 35. So we see that 7 is equal. That 7 divides into 3.5 times. To check that math again, or check, we have 0.5 times 7. Okay, and we find out that that is 35. It has 1. We got to give it 1. Right? Excellent. Okay? Okay, last one. We're going to do 9.8 divided by 2. We set up the problem first. 2. 9.8. Okay? Bring the decimal straight up. Place it. 2 goes into 9 how many times? 4. 4 times 2 is 8. Bring down the 8. 2 goes into 18 9 times. Excellent. Check. I'll do my check. Do my check right here. All right. I take 4.9, my quotient, and I multiply it by 2. Okay. I mean, I have something in my way. Let me just take a second. There we go. All right. 9 times 2 is 18. Carry the 1. 9 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. Give ourselves a wubba. And look, we come up with our quotient. I mean, with our dividend. Gee whiz, I can't get my stuff straight. We come up with the dividend, right? That's all we're looking for. Is whenever we're checked, we're trying to come up with the dividend. And just as a quick reminder, this is the divisor. This is the dividend. And this is the quotient. Quotient. Okay? All right. Moving on. All right. Divide a decimal by a 2-digit number. So here's when we're going to start writing our. We're going to start writing our numbers. Okay. Here they want you to find what 7.7 divided by 14 is. They estimate that. The estimate they have over there is 10 divided by 10 equals 1. Okay, well, that's fine. Again, I find that checking the answer, but I guess if I was out and trying to do this work in my head, I guess I would do that. I happen to know that 7 divided by 14 equals 0.5 in my head, so I would expect my answer to be around 0.5. I happen to be able to do that math in my head. But I guess if I were to do some estimating, 10 divided by 10 would equal 1, so our answer should be somewhere around 1. Sorry about that. Okay, so here we go. They place the decimal point first. It's the first thing that they do. They even say it, place the decimal point. Okay, and then they start their division. They have to annex a 0 somewhere around here, right? 0.5 times 14 is 17. Whatever that is. That annoys me that it does that. All right. Annex is 0 and continue dividing, right? 14 times 5 is 70. They have to bring down another 7 and annex the 0 here. Remember, they even show annex the 0. They're just bringing the arrow down here, okay, to continue to divide. I mean, they're not annexing 2 zeros, kind of like they show. What they're doing is it goes up here and then it goes down here. Okay. They do the check over here. Look, they even check the answer. I love it. Okay, this is the way I would do it, is check the answers. Okay, let's go ahead and try some of these practice problems. Just to the page a couple. Whoop, too much. It's okay. All right. We start off with 9.48 divided by 15. So I'm going to set up my problem. 15, 9.48. First thing I do is bring up my decimal point. Okay, 15 cannot divide into 9, but 15 can divide into 94. But first what I'm going to do is, for the sake of everything, is I'm going to start writing my multiplications of 15. Okay, now I happen to be able to do this off the top of my head. Some of you will not. Okay, so you may actually have to sit down and work with it. What am I up to? 6. 7 is 105. 8 is 125, I think. Did I do that right? No, I did that wrong. It's 120. Okay, and then 135, because the next one would be 150. Okay, and I'm going to label them real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, I see that. I notice that 15 goes into 94 6 times, because I've got it right here, right? Already written. I bring down the 4, I bring down the 8. I got 48. I look over here at 45, right? You see that? I'm going to have a 3. I have to annex a 0, bring down the 0, and we notice that it goes in 2 times for 30. And we have 15 divided into 9.48 is 0.632, right? I'm going to do a quick check. I want to extend my, well, I don't need to extend my page. I think I can just scroll down just a little bit. Okay, and I'm going to take, here's my check. 0.632 times what? 15? 0, 5, carry the 1. Oh, that's not true. 0, it's a 6. Going too fast. It's a 6. Let me draw my 6 real nice here. Let me erase it. Sorry, going too fast. It's bad, Todd. That's okay. 6, and then that's 31. 0, 2, 3, 6, 8, 4, 9. All right, I got to give myself, how many wobbles? I got to give myself 3 wobbles. 3 wobbles. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. That's our dividend, right? 9.48. Excellent. It checks out. That needs to equal that. That's great. It's fantastic. All right, on to the next one. We have 4 divided into 3.49. Okay, since this is one number, I'm not even going to worry about writing my multiplication tables. I should know my single-digit multiplication tables. Okay, 4 goes into 34. How many times? Well, 26 would be what? Well, 7 would be, wait, would it? 28. And then you got 8 is what? 32. So it's 8. Bring up the decimal first. Whoops. We got 32. Here's some subtraction. I should always keep track that I'm subtracting here. I happen to know that, but I should make you do it. Okay, 49. 4 goes into 49. Whoa, that's not right. It should be 29. It should be 29. I apologize about that. Again, stupid math mistakes. See, you've got to be careful. Just because you know math doesn't mean you won't make mistakes, right? 4 goes into 29. How many times did we say? 7, right? Because that's going to be 28. You're going to have a 1 remainder, so you're going to have to annex a 0, bring down the 0. Okay, 4 goes into 10 2 times for 8, right? You got 2 left over. Now, if you need to write down your multiplications of 4, please do. Don't be scared to. I just don't think I need to do it with single digits. All right, and we can see right here that this is going to be a 5. This is 20. Ta-da! Very good. Okay. Next, we're going to do a quick check. I'll just do it right here. Okay, 0.8725 times 4. 0, carry the 2, that's 8, 9, 10, carry the 0, carry the 1. 4 times 8 is 7 times 8 is 28 plus 1 is 29. Carry the 2. 8 times 4 is what? 32 plus 2 is 34. Got to give ourselves how many wobbles? 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. And look, this is equal to our dividend. Excellent. That's fantastic. Okay. And you see also where we need to use the wobbles, right, to check our division. All right. Last one. I'm going to bring this guy, if I can, down here. No, I can't do it. I got to unlock him. Good. Okay, it's no problem. Just let me unlock it. Okay, I bring him down here so we can work down here. I'll bring it right here, and then I'll section this off. Okay, you need to extend the page, so I'll go ahead and do it. All right, it's 17 divided into 55.08. Now, I'm going to need to write my 17 multiplication tables because I don't know them right off the top of my head. Okay, 17, and then what? I got to add 17 to it. That is 4 carry the 1, that's 34. Add 17 to it, that's 1 carry the 2, it's 1 carry the 1, that's 3, 4, 51. Okay, 17 is 8, 68. Look, that's a horrible 8. Awesome. 68, it's 17. 8 plus 7 is 15, carry the 1, that's 6, 7, 8, 85. It's probably multiplied by 5, so we're almost done. All right, that's 12, carry the 1. 17 is 119, and then 17 is 6 carry the 1, 3. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last one. Okay, that's 13 carry the 1. 3 plus 1 is 5, and a 1, and that's 9. And that is not bigger than 170. Right? Excellent. Okay. I've done my hard work. All right, 17 goes into 5, 0. 17 does go into 55 3 times for 51. All right, 4. Bring up my decimal. My bad. I always do that. Always put your decimal up. Bring down the 0. 40. We just look over here. It goes in 2 times for 34. All right, that gives us 68. We're going to bring down the 8. And then I see that here goes in 4 times for 68, and we're done. Okay, doing a quick check. Right, you got 3.24 times 17. 7 times 4 is 28, carry the 2. 7 times 2 is 14, plus 2 is 16, carry the 1. 3 times 7 is 21, plus 1 is 22. Annex is 0. 4, 2, 3. Do some quick adding. 0, carry the 1, 5, 5. I gotta give it 2, because I've got 2, 1, 2. And look, it is equal. Excellent. That's what we want. That is so important that it comes equal like that. That's how we know we did it right. All right? Okay. Last but not least, all right, they have a real-world example here that I want to show you. Move this thing out of the way. I don't know if it's in the way or not. Example. Lynn is mailing a care package to his brother. All right? If I was doing this and I wanted to be all cool about it, I don't care what Lynn's doing. Right? Information I don't care about. All right. The table gives the costs. The cost for mailing packages. That's good. Okay, so now we're looking over here. Okay? Now that we know that, I don't need to know that anymore. If Lynn's care package weighs 3 pounds, how much does it cost per pound? All right? Here's the 3 pounds. Here's how much it costs. It wants to know cost per pound. That is a, now if I were to do this, okay, and we were to be doing stuff, I don't have anything to circle. I circle over here because it's in here, right? I did my circle over here. If I was doing cubes, all right, I'd quickly underline, okay? I would box any math action words. Per means division. I'm going to tell you that right now. Per something means division. All right, just like each will signify how much is each one, you know. Also, what is the quotient of? Those are all divisor words. All right. To find the cost per pound, divide 6.74 by 3. That's what you're doing here, right? You just got to set this up. That's how you want to set it up. It's just like that. Okay, they do it over here, and they do the work. They annex the 0, and they come up with 2.246 in the end. And because it's money, look over here, when dividing money, you go to the thousandth place, and then you round properly. Now, in business, I'm going to tell you right now, in business, they just round up. Okay? Let me see what they say here. Right. Because, okay, so they say round, right? But here's what I'm going to tell you. In business, they always round up. I'm just going to tell you that right now. It's just good business to round up. It's called, for some reason it's called good business, so they would round up. They're rounding here is what they're doing, okay? Because in the thousands place it's 6, and that's 5 or higher. You round up when it's ever like that. Here, let me do that again, right? You're going to check this number, you're rounding this number, right? You have to look at the 6 to see which way you're going to make the 4. Is it going to stay the same, or is it going to go up 1? And it goes up 1, right? According to our rules of rounding, right? And you round it up. Okay, you always do that with money. You always get to the thousands place. If it keeps going with money, you can stop at the thousands place, but only in money can you stop at the thousands place. All right. Do we have any more? Oh, there is. I apologize. There's one more. Okay. This one is going to be a 2-step one. I should have put this up. Okay. And here's what we'll do. Ryan and his brother are sharing the cost of a video game. They're sharing the cost of the video game. The video game costs $28.60. If Ryan saved $20 to buy the game, how much does he have left after paying his share? Okay. Now, this one, it doesn't have a lot of useless information, so I'm not going to cross anything out. I'm going to circle key numbers, right? This is a key number, but is that the full key number? That is not the full key number, because he is sharing this cost, all right? The other key number is this. He saved 20. Now, we have to underline the question. How much does he have left after paying his share? Okay, so we need to figure out how much the video game cost Ryan, because it's half, he is sharing the cost. All right, this is first off one math action word, sharing the cost. Okay, here let me do more than just that. It's really sharing the cost of the video game. Okay, this means he is splitting it amongst him and his brother. Since there were 2 of them, you're going to have to take 28.6 and divide it in half. And then it is, how much does he have left? Okay, that means there's going to be subtraction also. So we need to do 2 things to do this. We have to figure out how much his part, Ryan's part of the video game costs by dividing 28.6 in half. Okay, and then we're going to subtract that number from the $20 that Ryan has to see how much he has left. All right, they do the work. Half of 28.6 is 14.3. All right, $14.30. All right, you take the 20, you subtract the 14.3, and you see that you have $5.70. It's a 2-part question. You got to be able to recognize that on your own, because sometimes they're not that easy to decipher. All right, go ahead and start the guided practice. Let me find out. I'm going to pause and tell you what the homework is. I'm going to start writing what the homework is. Okay, so the homework is the extra practice. Right? And I believe it's page what? Let me see. 237, 238, 237, 238, all. All right. All right, you should do the guided practice to see if you can do it yourself. All right, and then homework is the extra practice. All right, thank you.